Trisha Paytas has been in mommy mode and not in drama for the last few months now. There's been some stuff going on with her on Reddit that she was upset about, but that's pretty much the only thing that's really been talked about when it comes to Trisha. But now there's some drama in the air because she's starting up a new podcast, and we know how Trisha and podcasts go. But this time around, Trisha is getting together with Colleen, and the two of them are the ones that are doing the podcast together, and it's called Oversharing. At least they might be doing a podcast. That's kind of like where the drama comes in, is people are really just like worried about what the heck is actually going to happen, because it kind of seems like the two of them are on different pages when it comes to this actually being a real thing that they're doing or not. The two of them have collabed a few times now over the years, and most of the comments on those videos do really like the two of them when they get together, always saying that they dig their dynamic and think that they have a lot to always say to each other. But the thought of a whole podcast has people a little bit worried, especially for Colleen, because it's not just like a one-time hangout type of deal. At least it doesn't seem like that to Trisha. People were warning Colleen about working with Trisha because of what happened on Frenemies and what kind of comes with being around Trisha, which is something that the two of them have actually joked about before. This was something that they talked about during a mukbang that they did before, where Colleen was expressing worry if her and Trisha were to do a project together in the future, if they had a falling out. She said it would make her really sad.
Oh my god, yeah. You and I should do a podcast.
Yeah, oh my god, that is so funny. My husband was just like, you and Colleen should work. I'm like, babe, she's so busy. She's so like, what? Because I don't do anything, you know, but I was like, you do so many things. You have a podcast, you have your channel.
But if we had someone set it up and you and I just show up for an hour.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be everything.
But then what if you like leave me like frenemies and we never talk again?
No, okay.
I'd be so sad. Sorry, I'm not trying to bring that up.
No, I don't care at all. No, but it's like, no, that would be sad.
I'd be too sad. I can't do that.
But as much as some people have said negative things about the possibility of these two working on something together, Colleen said in a recent video that she isn't trying to let things like that affect decisions that she's making in her career, saying that she's been really scared of backlash or hate or things in the recent times, and she wants to get back to this place where she isn't so worried about that and she is able to say yes to things that she wants to do.
But lately in general, I've been really trying to like do things because I feel like the last few years I've really kind of gotten hard on myself. And when it comes to my career and kind of other stuff in life too, like relationships and whatever, I'm like, no, I shouldn't do that. Like, people won't like it. People will hate me. People will be mad at me if I do this, or people won't like it if I do this, or I'm not good enough to do this or that. Like, and it's kind of held me back. Whereas like the majority of my career was always like, I was so like delusional and just was like, I can do that. I can write a book. Like, I can make a TV show. Like, I just like did stuff. And I feel like I've gotten so afraid in the last few years to like make things happen that I kind of gotten a fire under my butt recently to just try things and do things and like just have fun and be creative. There's some like other people that have reached out to me to like work on projects together, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, let's try to make that happen.
But the thing about this potential podcast is that Trisha seems to think it is 100% a real thing that is happening and launching and going to continue, while Colleen is saying that it's more of like a trial, could possibly be a one-time thing. When Trisha talked about it in a recent vlog, I mean, she was over the moon about it. She was showing the set, she was talking about the future of working on this and everything.
Colleen and I like, we're just gonna do a podcast. We're gonna just like do it, like get together like once a week. Here is a sneak peek of the podcast. Yeah, the podcast is called Oversharing, and it's going to be with me and Colleen, and we're literally just doing it ourselves, like here in our basement. But how pretty is this? This gives me like Broadway vibes. I've always loved this. It also reminds me of like the Sparklets water truck. So I'm super excited. Moses set this whole thing up, like it's amazing. It's so good. Like, he's amazing. But I'm super excited with the one with Colleen. We're shooting it tomorrow, and I'm so excited because we're like glamming and we're dressing up in costume and we're gonna do TikToks, and it's like I'm just really excited because it's almost like getting to know each other podcast. We're like so similar and so different, and I think that's like such a beautiful thing, and I'm really excited to be around female energy.
And when Colleen talked about it, she mentioned that it was maybe a one-off and it was just a day for them to dress up and they had a lot of fun chatting together. But she didn't seem super set on calling it like a for real podcast that was going to be once a week like Trisha had mentioned. It didn't seem that serious to her.
I was filming with Trisha today. It was so fun. We had so much fun. Literally, we just dressed up and talked about theater and life. So we did a mukbang video together in December, and there were so many comments and people being like, you guys should do this more often and you guys should do a podcast. And we were like, we jokingly were like, yeah, we should do a podcast. But then kind of like, should we do a podcast? Like, and then we were like, let's try to do a podcast. Nah, and then we didn't. And then we were like, maybe, and we hadn't been talking on and off since then, like, let's do it. But like, we never actually did it. And so then eventually we were just like, what if we just like literally do it? Like, what if we just get together and film and dress up and like just talk and have like a good time and just like have a lighthearted, like happy, fun conversation dressed up in like some ridiculous, like Broadway-esque type of like costume, because we both like love musical theater and Broadway and like whatever. But we don't know if we'll ever do it again. So let's just go full out. Like, it's not like an official like podcast or anything with any company. Like, literally just like got together and in her basement like got dressed up and like recorded ourselves talking for about literally nothing.
So they definitely had fun filming, but it felt like more of like they filmed a collab in Colleen's video, and she wasn't really sure if they were going to do it again. She did express interest in wanting to do it again because they did have fun, but it didn't seem like it was about to be like a once a week type of deal. She wasn't promoting the YouTube channel that they had. It wasn't anything like official.
We're already talking about like getting together and doing another like full glam, because we had so much fun today, just like literally being adult women playing dress up, like, and like just talking and having fun. It was really fun.
But Trisha is full on launching this thing. She tweeted out saying, new podcast, Oversharing with Colleen and Trish, and later posted a trailer to their first podcast episode. And it is on their shared channel, Oversharing with Colleen and Trish. And honestly, the response has been pretty positive. Most of the people that are commenting are really excited to see these two get together because, like I've said, people have really liked their past collabs together. But there is that worry still about whether or not they're both on the same page when it comes to if this is going to be a real thing and if it is going to actually continue. It does feel like something that Trisha really wants to keep doing, and I don't know if she edited the trailer or who did, but it was actually kind of interesting, and I think that people will be curious to hear what these two have to say, because as much as like they sometimes do have things that are a little bit similar with each other, they are very different and their lives are very different. They're both moms now though, so they have like a lot of things that they can talk to each other about and get advice and things from and learn about from each other. But you know, we saw how frenemies went, and I think that people are just like, Colleen, tread lightly if you're going to start this new adventure for yourself. But also at the same time, people are just like hoping that they are on the same page about what they're doing, because Trisha is really excited about this, and then they don't want her to get hurt, and then there's drama between the two of them. They're just really warning both sides about any sort of potential drama with working together, because working with friends is not always the best idea. I will say though that anytime Colleen and Trisha have filmed together in the past, there's been like a lot of time that's passed since they'd last seen each other, so they had a lot to catch up on, and that's what made those videos so interesting, was they were so long because they had so much to say and hear from one another. But if they were to see each other like once a week, I don't know if it would be the same type of vibe, but I guess we will just have to see how they decide to continue in this little adventure project that they are doing. Colleen is super busy, so maybe this could just be like a once a month type of deal. She's been on tour, she has just moved, I mean, she's got 3 kids, like there's a lot going on for her. I know that there was that vlog where Trisha mentioned the whole once a week thing, but I don't know if they've like fully discussed it out, and I think that they will once things get moving, or like they see how things are. I don't know. And they're clearly both very aware of the possibilities of this going downhill. I mean, they even addressed the possibility of Trisha walking away from this like frenemies in the trailer for the podcast.
I know we talked about doing this, and you said it jokingly, but it's kind of like, oh, like what if it ends bad or something like that.
You literally can spiral into like depression, have anxiety attacks, and obsess. I don't want that for this and for us.
It's a legit fear when it comes to me, and hurting people just sucks in general.
Honestly, like if we're being totally honest with you guys, this could be the only video that ever gets posted.
But I don't know, it might just be Colleen who decides not to continue. I think if the response is good to the first episode, that they'll really want to keep trying to do it. But with Colleen talking about being worried what people think, if there's backlash, she might change her mind, even though she did admit to having a lot of fun filming with Trisha and wanting to like not listen to backlash as much anymore. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I certainly want to know what you guys think about these two getting together to potentially start working together on a regular basis. If you guys think this will continue and this will be a real thing that actually happens. Do you guys think it will end like frenemies though? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.